Hi guys, welcome back to the Boho Priestess. My name is Rosemary, and today we are doing a energy reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, and I was asking Spirit before we even started recording, what was the general energy for Scorpio for this week? Okay, and the Wheel of Fortune came out. Okay, so you may have been experiencing certain situations where you feel like things haven't really been working in your favor. Things haven't really been going according to plan. And this right here is your confirmation that the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. So all of the work that you've been putting in, all of the work that you've been doing on yourself to be able to receive what it is you've been working towards is literally working, and that wheel is now turning in your favor. Okay, let's see what else. Let's go ahead and shuffle up some cards and see the general energy. But the general energy is that the wheel is definitely turning in your favor, and things are either starting to or are about to start looking up. Yes, okay, there's balance coming in where things have been feeling, like I said, you've been feeling like nothing has really been changing, nothing has really been working with you. You've even had people talking ill on your name. You've had people that have been literally speaking they haven't really been speaking very well or kind about you, because you have figured out their game. You figured out, okay? Scorpio is like the master at being able to intuitively feel out people's energy before they even say anything. You automatically pick up on that, and you have been able to do that. And because of that, things are balancing out for you. Okay, you're going to start receiving, like I said, the wheel is definitely turning in your favor as to whatever has been said about you. These people have been saying about you, it's going to be made right. Your reputation is going to be put straight. Not that you really care for it, because you know you've been strengthening your spirituality. You've been working on yourself, like I was saying before. You have been working on yourself. You've been strengthening your intuition. You have been doing the work, and this time, you know, you've been feeling people out, and you felt that these people were who they were, and that's why they felt like they had to beat you. Like, basically, I'm hearing beat you to the punch. Like, I know you know who I am, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and speak on you to other people before you even get the chance to. But you're Scorpio. You don't really care to do that. You know what I mean? You don't really care to be sitting there talking about anybody or mentioning anything that doesn't have anything to do with you, because you're focused on you. And that is why the wheel and everything is starting to shift and turn in your favor. Okay, let's go ahead and see. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay. So yeah, you literally have a communication coming in. Okay, an email, a text message, a phone call, or, you know, running into someone. There is good news approaching, and this good news is literally bringing you into your abundant self. Okay, because you have that Empress energy, and like I said, you've been doing the work. You've been releasing a lot of versions of yourself that don't align with where it is you now see yourself. And because of that, there's been a lot of haters, there's been a lot of talk on you, and you've been able to just let that slide off because it doesn't matter to you. It doesn't matter to you. So this is, you're receiving good news. Something good is coming in towards, I'm hearing towards the end of the week. Towards the end of the week, something good is going to come in, and it's the abundance that you've been looking for. It is the answer to what you've been seeking. Okay, you've literally you've been waiting for this moment. You've been questioning this moment. You've been asking, like, how much longer? Why is it that I am like continuing like to see that it almost felt like nothing was moving? I'm here to tell you that this is the week where stuff, if it hasn't started moving already, This is the week that it will start to shift for you. This is the week where you will start to see everything shift in your favor. And this is a brand new, fresh start. A start with new ideas, new creativities, abundance is being given to you. Like, you even have the 9 of Pentacles here. This is a transformative, I mean, it's your month, right? It's right now we are in Scorpio season. It's your season, and you are entering this transformative period, okay, where you have had to endure a lot of you've had to endure a lot of lessons, a lot of pain, a lot of things falling away, even you yourself falling away, older versions of yourself, to be able to get to this. But here you are, you're here now, okay? And that's all that matters. Let's pull one more card. That's all that matters, is that you got here, you hung on, you were determined. And that is why, you know, you were determined, and this is why you're going to have this second chance at being able to, I'm hearing a second time around, this second chance for you to do it, but do it from a place of wisdom. In other words, you're not starting over like fresh or new. You're starting over from a whole other level of wisdom, okay? Because now you were able to see, especially you, because you are able to tap into certain things, and you're not easy on yourself. Like, you tell yourself straight up blunt truth, like, you know, so you're always very honest with yourself. So now you're able to start, okay, from that awareness of what did work, what didn't work, who had to go, how many versions of you had to go to continue. And this is literally, you are being presented with an opportunity to move forward into something again, okay? Again. And this opportunity is, you might be traveling, you might be going on a cruise, but this opportunity is literally you leaving what was so chaotic before, because before it felt like things were all over the place and you had to take a step back and kind of regroup. You know what I mean? And now you're just more confident. You know what I mean? You're more confident. You have more of that leader. You've always been a leader, but you have more of the leadership qualities. You know what I mean? You know how you're moving. You know how you want to move. I keep hearing that. You know how you want to move, and you're moving as such. Okay? And it was throughout keeping the faith, keeping the strength, keeping the courage, that you have all of these opportunities coming in. And here we go, you know, I'm telling you, there is something coming in. Here's the 8 of Wands, and it's coming in very quickly, okay? There is a communication that's coming in that you've been waiting on, that's coming in very, very quickly for you, okay? So just make sure that you stay committed to your path, stay committed to yourself, to your beliefs, to where you are, the version of yourself that is ready for all of this. Stay committed, okay? And do not allow anything or anyone to remove you from what you've been manifesting. Let go of anything that does not serve what you have been manifesting, okay? It has no room here anymore. It has no place anymore, okay? So let go without fear. This is a Scorpio card, okay? So you are the master at being able to release things that no longer serve you, so that you can move into what does. Okay, so you have everything that you need for this second time around. Okay, you have everything that you need. You have everything that you need for you to move forward into all these opportunities. The wheel of fortune, the wheel has finally turned in your favor. So where it seemed like you weren't really hearing much before, now you are, okay? You definitely are. Like I said before, if you haven't started already, let's get some of these little messages. Let's further clarify some of these messages, or just see any little messages that Spirit wants to. These are my little spiritual fortune cookies. They have little messages. I have angel numbers on here, affirmations, messages from Spirit, keywords, okay? Keywords, intuition. Like I said, that High Priestess card, you have definitely been working on your intuition, and you have been like sharpening So your intuition right now is straight up on point. You are able to tap into certain things and see certain things that you weren't able to do so before. And that was the whole point of what seemed like taking so long. That was the whole point. So you can get to this point, because that's what's going to allow you to move forward and be successful in what it is you're doing now, in this communication that's coming to you very, very soon, if it hasn't already. If it has, let me know in the comments. I'm like really, really curious. I'm really, really curious as to see what's going on. I just keep hearing the second time around. Maybe a business, a creative idea that you put to the side because you felt like you weren't ready. A business that you kind of started. I'm hearing that you kind of started half-assed, but you know, you wanted to take it further, but you just weren't ready for it at the time. You know what I mean? I keep getting this angel number 1001. It's a portal number. Okay, you are stepping into mirrored realities. Okay, you're stepping into mirrored reality. So what you are putting out, you're definitely getting back. And you've been putting in the work. You've been putting in the energy of what you want to see. You've been putting in literally what you've been wanting to see all the time, this whole time. Like I said, a business, a creative project, something you were working on with someone else. Okay, something you've been working on with someone else, but it didn't go like how you thought it would go, and it ended up being this back and forth, and you're not with the back and forth. That's not how you do. Okay, and this person this person didn't want you to speak. Oh my goodness, my throat is like really, really scratchy right now. They were afraid of what would happen when you opened up your mouth, because like I said, Scorpio, you are very to the point. Okay, you're sometimes known as the rude one. So they try to beat you to the punch before you had a chance. But like I said before, you weren't even going to do that, because that's not your MO. You weren't going to do that. But they beat you to the punch, and they sat there and just ill on your name. But detachment, you were detached from that. Okay, it didn't matter what the hell they had to say. You weren't detached to that. You didn't care. Okay, you didn't really care. Because affirmation right here, I choose faith over fear every time. Okay, even though things weren't going like you wanted it, even though things weren't going according to plan exactly at the time frame that you wanted it, you still, that was that strength card. You still hung on. That was the star card. You still hung on. You still hung on to that faith each and every time. Okay, each and every time. But this person that you were dealing with, they were like envious of you. Your aura been glowing, protected from shade. Protected from shade, and you were protected. That's why that had to take a hiatus, for you to be able to do what you needed to do. For you to be able to do what you needed to do and take a reset. You had to reset. You had to, the older version of you that was dealing with all that stuff had to die and be rebirthed into something different. Okay, because this stuff that you're getting ready to hear on, this is literally destiny rolling in for you. All that stuff had to go so you can step. Bless you, baby. All that stuff had to go. My daughter's in the car with me. All that stuff had to go so you can step into your destiny. Okay, your destiny can't be rushed. It's marinating. That's what Spirit is saying. Okay, and it was literally letting you know, walk away soft if you must, but walk away. And you did just that. You did just that. So your intuition was always spot on. Okay, you were always in sync. And right here is angel number. You could be seeing a lot of 7s right now. Okay, jackpot energy. Your spirit is in sync. You're in alignment with where you're supposed to be. Okay, and that's it. Just remember, okay, right here, this is what it's all about. You make people uncomfortable because of how you are. Okay, and that's what it's saying right here. Your glow up has folks uncomfortable, but you need to keep going, because how they feel about you is none of your business. And you know that. You know that. You step on that every step. You step in that. You don't care how other people see you, because it's not your issue. It's not your problem. it's their problem. And you remain strong and grounded in what you believed in. And because of that, the wheel has turned, and you are now going to be experiencing connection after connection and some good news after good news. So be expecting, if it hasn't happened already, be expecting some news. Be expecting this week to be filled with just back-to-back things just happening for you. This is an action-packed week for you. I love you so much. If you like the vibe and this reading, subscribe to the channel, as there will be energetic readings for your sun, moon, and rising every single week. And yeah, I'll see you later. Remember, the messages are everywhere. Love you.